Dear students, welcome back to my YouTube English channel, English with Malik sir. In the previous class, we have discussed about the very use of vocabulary, word power for the formation of sentences and which is really very essential for speaking English fluently and confidently. Yes, in this segment we are going to discuss about the importance of the rules of grammar and their usage in connection with the useful tips or the magic tips of speaking English fluently. Yes, so you see, my dear students, it is very much clear that grammar is a scientific study of a set of rules which are helpful for formation of words, formation of phrases, formation of clauses, formation of sentences, so that children can easily know how to speak and write properly. Okay, and therefore no doubt rules of grammar play very important role in our speaking English. Yes, let's see how. Here we find that rules of grammar and their usage means application. Yes, and here we find don't worry about the rules of grammar at the initial stage. Yes, grammar is no doubt significant or important in writing and speaking English, but my dear students and dear parents and also the teachers, it is very natural that we should remember how it in the initial, the beginning stage, we shouldn't worry about the use of proper strict rules and regulations of grammar. Okay, and here grammar book and dictionary don't help directly to speak English. Okay, at the initial stage, usually children should not be compelled to go through strictly to understand the rules of grammar and apply it in spoken and written. Similarly, no doubt dictionary is very valuable for knowing the different areas of grammar and also the meanings, that is the syllables and pronunciation, everything is there, no doubt. But dictionary and grammar books are not at the initial stage, at the beginning stage of a child, necessary for speaking and writing English. Yes, therefore, don't compel our children to go through the strict rules of grammar. Yes, now come at the beginning stage, children should be taught to identify and remember naming words. You see, because naming words, nouns, play a very important role in our sentence structure. And hence, noun at the beginning stage, children should be given the scope for knowing a number of words in connection with nouns, because we live in the world of nouns and find around us nouns, and hence because we have given names of everything for identification and proper communication. And yes, therefore our little children should be given the scope of knowing as many nouns as possible. Yes, this is most foremost factors to be remembered. And yes, therefore here we find naming words like body parts, birds, domestic animals and their babies, wild animals and their babies, for example lion, calf, goat, kid, sheep, lamb. Yes, then children can know about the vast areas of nouns around him or her. Yes. shapes. I've been here we find rectangular shape, circle, circular, rectangular, yes, circle, rectangle, triangle, and this oval, yes, shapes, and different types of shapes are there. Vegetables, so naturally we can just make them conscious about different types of vegetables, so what we bring our home, and yes, fruits, colors, numbers, food, articles at home. Yes, people at work, different people of different professions like doctor, engineer, teacher, lawyer, yes, farmer. Therefore, action here we find again action words like eating, sleeping, swimming, dancing, singing, learning, yes, reading, etc. That is action words. Opposite words, very simple factor that tall, short, yes, I've been here, smart, lazy. We can give them very simple factor. It means as simple as possible because children can easily learn a number of words, and that is the most important factor for speaking and writing comfortably. Yes, and again rhymes. As you know, rhymes are very pleasant factors. Whenever we think in connection with joyful learning for our children, definitely we encourage them to sing different types of rhymes as like Baba, Black Sheep, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I've been Jack and Jill went up the hill. Yes, Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa, and a number of other different types of rhymes which the children take interest in. I've been reciting, and therefore they don't go through the grammar in the rhymes. They just enjoy singing the rhymes, and that enjoyment makes them confident in knowing a number of words and also grammar spontaneously. Yes, spontaneously. Therefore, my dear parents and teachers, don't just compel our children to go through the rules of grammar at the initial stage, at the latter stage. Yes, they are advised to focus on the rules of grammar. Yes, it is because at the latter stage they are expected to know the rules of grammar, because without rules of grammar we cannot express neither our mother tongue nor English or any language. Therefore, grammar is a set of rules which are used at the time of speaking and writing properly. Hence, our students should be I've been encouraged to know the rules of grammar, to focus on the rules of grammar. Yes, and their usage. Usage means application. Without application, we cannot enjoy the charm of grammar. So, grammar and application, yes, gradually. It means whenever they come to the age of, I've been at the standard of 6, 7, 8, naturally, and after that, it means in the secondary, then upper primary, secondary stages, they should know gradually the rules of grammar, which is not required at the initial beginning stage, but it is required at the latter stage. Okay, and they should understand the word classes and parts of speech. Yes, my dear students, it is very necessary for you, because if you don't know the word classes, the parts of speech, which are the raw materials or the most important things for speaking and writing, then definitely there will be a mistake. And hence, our teachers and parents are expected to give to know and identify that is what we call different parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, even determiner, intensifier. Yes, the area must be clear. Again, therefore, I will sincerely that the raw materials. Yes, once again here we find noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, determiner, intensifier. What we have discussed in the basic classes, fundamentals of English grammar. Yes, and here we find that sincerely as they are raw material, the raw materials. Yes, it means without raw materials we cannot produce anything. Similarly, without these word power, it is not possible to speak and write English properly. Yes, now come the next idea. Here we find, moreover, learn the formation of content words. As you know, content words are four: nouns, adjectives, main verbs, and adverbs. These are the content words. It means they are the main words of our speaking and writing. Therefore, they should be given focused more and more. Yes, and another, we have to know how they are formed. Yes, other words are structure words or function words. They help the content words. It means conjunction, preposition, interjection, and intensifier, determiner. All these are function words, structure words, but these are the content words, the main words. And therefore, we have to learn the formation, how words are formed. For example, honesty comes from honest. Honest is the adjective. It means here adjective. From adjective we can form noun. Honesty. Yes. Know is the verb, and we can form knowledge. Yes. And here do is the verb. Did is a noun. And yes, child is common noun, childhood. Yes, similarly we have to use nouns, formation of nouns. It will be discussed in separate classes very properly and clearly. Yes, adjectives, how adjectives are formed in different ways, that should be also understood. It means danger, dangerous. Innocence, innocent. Innocent is the adjective, innocence is the noun. Yes, intelligent, intelligence. Yes, intelligent is the adjective, intelligence is the noun. Yes, therefore, adjectives, verbs, how we make verbs: prison, imprison, prison, imprison, able, enable, strength, strengthen, quick, quicken, beauty, beautify, magnet, magnetize. Yes, all these are the matters that have been formation of verbs. And we said adverbs. Yes, we also form adverbs. Clock, noun, clockwise, adverb. Home, noun, homeward, adverb. Side, side, noun, and aside, adverb. So you see here we find the matter that our children must know the formation of adjectives, nouns, verbs, adverbs, so that they can expand the area of their knowledge, and that will helpful in speaking and writing. Now come next, learn formation of phrases. Formation of phrases. You see here we find formation of content words, formation of phrases. This is also very interesting factor next to words. Phrases are also combination of words expressing a meaning, not complete meaning. Yes, therefore phrases are of 5 types, what we have already discussed in the fundamental classes, that is noun phrase, adjective phrase, verb phrase, prepositional phrase, and adverb phrase. These phrases express more idea than that of words, and phrases are therefore very interesting and important factor. Our students should know how to form phrases and how to use phrases in spoken and written English. Yes, this is also another very interesting factor. Now come to the idea in connection with the formation of clause. Yes, as you know, remember once again, a clause is a part of a sentence or a simple sentence having a subject part, a predicate part, with a finite form. This is the definition of a clause, and from that point of view we make sentences. We have simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Therefore, if our children don't know about the definition or the use of formation of clauses, then definitely they cannot express themselves in different making sentences. Yes, and here we find therefore clauses, and yes, then they can easily know that is the formation of simple sentence, compound, and complex sentences. Yes, at the beginning stage they should be given, when children should definitely take interest in formation of simple sentences. As you know, that is declarative or statement sentence, imperative, exclamatory, and question sentence, interrogative sentence. Yes, but in the latter stage, definitely, gradually, they should know about the formation of a compound and complex sentence. Compound sentence, it means a combination of more than two independent sentences or simple sentences, okay, but here with the help of conjunctions or coordinators or correlatives, okay, and complex sentence, and here we find use of subordinative conjunctions for the formation of a noun clause, relative clause, and adverb clause. These will be definitely, all these will be discussed in subsequent classes very vividly. Yes, and here we find the matter. And now come learn tenses of verb. This is the backbone of our grammar, tenses of verb. And yes, therefore, as our children are not very much conscious about the use of tenses of verb, and therefore they face problem at the time of expressing themselves properly before others, either writing or speaking. Yes, therefore tenses of verb should be carefully taken. Use of modals. Yes, these are helpful both in writing and speaking. And here we use them because they express different modes at the time of qualifying or modifying the main verb. Therefore, modals should be taken into account. Third, and here next, I will non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs, as non-finite verbs also play very important role, like a bare infinitive, to infinitive, present participle, and past participle. Yes, non-finite verbs. These verbs don't take tense, but they are very useful, and they use after the finite verbs to express our sentence clearly. Yes, again, subject and verb agreement. As we know, there is a very good agreement between subject and verb. If we don't know the agreement in between, the rules of agreement, then definitely we cannot express ourselves properly. I, as well as my friends, I, as well as my friends, am going to Kashmir shortly. You see here, am keeps relationship with I, the first noun, or yes, and here pronoun, and therefore we find the matter. That is what you call subject verb agreement. Punctuation marks. Yes, punctuation marks, no doubt, very useful at the time of writing, but at the time of speaking we also take pauses, and therefore we have to know the very use of punctuation marks and phrasal verbs. These are very essential factors which are essential for just modifying or enhancing the quality or the standard of our speaking and writing. Therefore, phrasal verbs should be taken into account. Just for example, the patient died last night. We say the patient passed away last night. Yes, closed his eyes forever, went to the another world, expired. We can express that is what we call flexibility of expression of English language. Here we find passive voice, yes, and reported speech. Naturally, passivization is very essential at the time of writing notice, advertisement, any official letter. And also in many cases of our writing, our children find in social science, that is general science, and any sort of study. So passivization is really very important. It is because mostly due to the fact that whenever we put stress on the object of this verb, at that moment passivization is made, and here we find passive voice. Reported speech, synthesis. You see, synthesis or combination of sentences. Whenever we join two sentences into one, that is what called synthesis. Understanding my problem, my friends helped me. You see, understanding my problem, it means if we break and separate two sentences, my friends understood my problem, they helped me, okay, is equal to understanding my problem, my friends, my friends helped me. Yes, there are different types of synthesis. It will be discussed in separate classes. And here, combination of sentences. Again, transformation of sentences. Naturally, we transfer. As we know, English is a flexible language. We can transfer. Yes, the contractor is constructing the bridge. The bridge is being constructed. Yes, both are correct. And one is active, another is passive. And here we find the matter that this is what we call transformation of sentences, which is also very interesting factor. For example, Mr. Das took 3 years to complete his house. Yes, here we find Mr. Das took. In other words, it took Mr. Das took 3 years to complete his house. Yes, you see how this is what you call transformation of sentences. These are also very interesting factors to express, to modify our thought, our feelings, and express in different ways. That is also very interesting factor to know in grammar. And now come, never learn the rules of grammar by cramming. Students are advised not to learn grammar by cramming, in the sense just don't try to understand, remember and use in the examination. No, examination is not the goal of our learning. Our learning, this is learning process, is a lifelong process, and therefore learn in such a manner that you can face a number of examinations in the track of or path of your life from till death. Yes, here we find crime. Try to remember and enjoy the application. Enjoy. This is very important. Remember enjoying the application of rules. Whenever our teacher gives a rule and 2 or 3 examples, it is now your duty to apply the same rule, not in that 1 or 2 or 3, but to create thousands of other examples. That sort of creativity, or that is what we call that creativity is very, very essential, and so that children can definitely grow and with grammar, and they can express themselves freely in speaking and writing. Yes, therefore application of rules is the most important factor and word power in your day-to-day life. So whenever we know the words and phrases, new words and phrases, it is our duty to apply these rules again and again. That is, repetition is highly required, so that we can remember the words, phrases, and the proverbs, idioms, etc. properly at the time of speaking. Test your grammar time to time. My dear students, it is very natural factor. Test your grammar. It means the level of grammar, whether you are perfect or not. I've been in some areas, for example, use of articles, use of pronouns properly or not. Try to test, just go through different type of tests. I mean, side by side, asking questions to your teachers. Yes, and here, therefore, listen to your teachers carefully and ask them as many questions as you like. Very interesting factor. As many questions as you like, in the sense, if we put questions, as many questions, then as many questions as you like to clarify your doubts. Yes, here we find to clarify your doubts. My dear students, it is very essential factor. Try to ask questions to your teachers to know what is what. Definitely, your beloved teachers will assist you, will help you in understanding what is what. Then you can definitely know whether you are correct or not. If you are not correct, even then that would be a very good source on your part to know yourself correctly, and that clarity of your doubts will be removed, and you can speak freely, confidently. Yes. With this, I conclude this session, and because this is no doubt another very interesting session, because without grammar, naturally, it is very easy to just pass the initial stage, but later stage, it is very difficult to express our feelings and thoughts perfectly before others at the time of writing or speaking. And hence, this is the matter. My dear students, you must have enjoyed this class. I think you should go through this video again and again and read and take down the important ideas that have been given here in this the video. And yes, ask me questions, give your feedbacks or comments on this, so that I can make more and more suitable videos for you for your future development. Wishing you all the best and a happy and a healthy day for you. See you in the next session. Bye.